औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। नाज़रीन, पेश कर रहा हूँ जुलाई 2023 के इंटरनेशनल करंट अफेयर्स। ऑन 1 जुलाई 2023, न्यूजीलैंड became the world's first country to expand its ban on plastic bags in supermarkets to thin bags, which are typically used to hold fruits or vegetables. Next, since 2019, New Zealand has been actively promoting sustainable practices and combating plastic pollution. The initial ban of 2019 on thicker plastic shopping bags was a significant step towards reducing plastic waste and encouraging the use of reusable alternatives. Next, Sri Lankan spinner Vanindho Hasarananga has topped off an excellent month to claim the ICC Men's Player of the Month award for June. Next, Australian all-rounder Ash Gardner has once again showed her stability by being crowned the ICC Women's Player of the Month award for June. Next, World Sports Journalists Day is celebrated every year on 2nd July. Next, the 2023 Austrian Grand Prix was a Formula One motor race which was held on 2nd July 2023 at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. Next, International Plastic Bag Free Day is celebrated every year on 3rd July to create awareness of the adverse effects of the use of a single plastic bag on the environment. Next, according to data from the US National Centers for Environmental Prediction, 3rd July 2023 was the hottest day ever recorded globally. Next, the average global temperature has reached 17.01 Celsius, that's 62.62 Fahrenheit, surpassing the August 2016 record at 16.92 degrees centigrade or 62.46 Fahrenheit, as heat waves sizzled around the world. Next, 23rd Summit of Shanghai Cooperation Organization was held virtually on 4th July 2023. It was hosted by India for the first time. Narendra Modi, representing India chairs the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) virtual summit. Leaders called for the formation of a more representative and multipolar world order in the global interest. Next, the theme of India's chairpersonship of SCO is towards a secure SCO, which is derived from the acronym coined by the Indian Prime Minister at the 2018 SCO Kingadao Summit. Next, on 4th July 2023, Iran joined the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO), becoming its 9th full member, with the President Ibrahim Raisi taking part in the proceedings. Next, the next meeting of the SCO Council of Heads of State will be held in 2024 in Astana, Kazakhstan. Next, Egypt and Turkey announced on 4th July 2023 that they had appointed ambassadors to each other's countries for the first time in a decade. Next, Turkey nominated Saleh Mutlu Sen as its ambassador to Cairo, and Egypt appointed Amr El Hamemi as its envoy to Ankara. Next, on 5th July 2023, the United Kingdom, Canada, Sweden, and Ukraine launched a case against Iran at the International Court of Justice (ICJ) over the downing in 2020 of a Ukrainian passenger jet and the deaths of all 176 passengers and crew. Next, the four countries want the International Court of Justice to rule that Iran illegally shot down the Ukraine International Airlines plane flight PS-752 that was traveling from Tehran to Kyiv on 8th January 2020, and to order Tehran to apologize and pay compensation to the families of the victims. Next, on 6th July 2023, Bangladesh's one-day international captain Tamim announced the immediate end to his international career from all forms of international cricket, a day after leading his side to a 17-run defeat in the first of a three-match one-day series against Afghanistan. Next, Bangladeshi cricketer Bangladeshi cricket superstar Tamim Iqbal withdrew his shock retirement from the sports after a meeting with Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina Wajid. Next, current Prime Minister of Netherlands, Mark Rutte, has resigned from his position on 7th July 2023 and now serving in a demissionary capacity. Next, in July 2023, Israel's Innovation Authority announces launch of a new program with investment of 11 million US dollar towards initiative in three different verticals: delivery, technology, health and technology solutions for schools and campus security. Next, Mark Rutte is the longest serving Dutch Prime Minister. He has been in the position since 14th October 2010, with his fourth cabinet being inaugurated on 10th January 2022. Next, the 2023 UEFA European Under-21 Championship, also known as UEFA Under-21 Euro 2023, was the 24th edition of the UEFA European Under-21 Championship, held from 21st June to 8th July 2023. The 2023 UEFA European Under-21 Championship was co-hosted by Romania and Georgia. The two countries were appointed as co-hosts at the UEFA Executive Committee meeting on 3rd December 2022. Next, by beating Spain in the finals, England has won UEFA European Under-21 Football Championship 2023. Next, China has launched its first homegrown open source operating system for computers named as OpenLine, as China seeks to reduce its foreign dependence at a time of increased rivalry with the United States. Next, the system called OpenLine has designed as a rival to the ubiquitous Windows and Mac OS systems. Next, the Institute for Economics and Peace released its annual Global Peace Index 2023. Next, out of 163 countries, Iceland ranked first in the Global Peace Index list for 2023 as the most peaceful country in the world, while Denmark and Ireland ranked second and third respectively. Next, Afghanistan country has least ranking 163rd in Global Peace Index 2023. Next, as per 2023, Venezuela has highest inflation in the world. Next, as per 2023, the Kuwait dinar is the strongest currency in the world, with one Kuwaiti dinar buying $3.26, or put another way, US $1 is equal to 0.31 Kuwaiti dinar. Next, on 11th July 2023, 6 people were killed in a helicopter chopper crash in central Nepal. Next, the chopper, which departed from Konevo district, countries with the highest burden, account for 60% of global maternal deaths, stillbirths, and newborn deaths, and 51% of the world's live births. Next, as per improving maternal and newborn health and survival and reducing stillbirth, the Progress Report 2023, India leads the top 10 countries, followed by Nigeria, Pakistan, Congo, Ethiopia, Bangladesh, China, Indonesia, Afghanistan, and Tanzania. Next, as per improving maternal and newborn health and survival and reducing stillbirth, the Progress Report 2023, there was a combined 4.5 million deaths, maternal deaths 0.29 million, stillbirths 1.9 million, and newborn deaths 2.3 million. Next, stillbirths are babies who die after 28 weeks of pregnancy. Next, as per improving maternal and newborn health and survival and reducing stillbirth, the Progress Report 2023, one pregnant woman or a newborn dies every 7 seconds. Next, World Population Day is an annual event observed on 11th July every year, which seeks to raise awareness of global population issues. Next, theme of World Population Day 2023 was Unleashing the Power of Gender Equality. uplifting the voices of women and girls to unlock our world's infinite possibilities. Next, the 2022-23 Men's FIH Pro League was the fourth edition of the Men's FIH Pro League, a field hockey championship for men's national teams. The tournament began in October 2022 and finished in July 2023. Next, in 22-23, Netherlands won Men's FIH Hockey Pro League title for the second time. Next, total 72 matches played in Men's FIH Hockey Pro League title 2022-23. Next, Great Britain is the runner-up of Men's FIH Hockey Pro League title 22-23. Next, Belgium secured third position in final of Men's FIH Hockey Pro League title 22-23. Next, on 9th July 2023, Uzbekistan President Shavkat Mirziyoyev was re-elected with 87.1% of the votes. Next, more than 15 million voters participated in this election. Next, the Supreme Court of India has decided to conduct day-to-day hearing on a set of petitions challenging the abrogation of occupied Kashmir's special status from 2nd August 2023. Next, in 2019, India's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) has revoked occupied Kashmir's special status by repealing Article 370 of the Constitution. The move allowed people from the rest of the country to have the right to acquire property in occupied Kashmir and settle there permanently. Next, Article 370 had limited the power of the Indian Parliament to impose laws in the state, apart from matters of defense, foreign affairs, and communications. Next, and the Multidimensional Poverty Index (MPI) with estimates for 110 countries was released on 11th July 2023 by the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) and the Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative (OPHI) at the University of Oxford. Next, as per multi-dimensional poverty index (MPI), 25 countries halved multidimensional poverty within 15 years. Next, India saw a remarkable reduction in poverty, with 415 million people exiting poverty within a span of just 15 years. A large number of people were lifted out of poverty in China, that is 69 million, and in Indonesia, 8 million. Next, 1.1 billion out of 6.1 billion people, just over 18%, live in acute multidimensional poverty across 110 countries. Sub-Saharan Africa, 534 million, and South Asia, 389 million, are home to approximately 5 out of every 6 poor people. Next, children under the age of 18 account for half of MPI poor people, 566 million. The poverty rate among children is 27.7%, while among adults it is 13.4%. Next, poverty predominantly affects rural areas, with 84% of all poor people living in rural areas. Rural areas are poorer than urban areas across the region of the world. Next, nearly two-thirds of all poor people, 730 million people, live in middle-income countries. Next, low-income countries constitute only 10% of the population included in the MPI. These are where 35% of all poor people reside. Next, Threads is an American social media and social networking service owned and operated by Meta platform. It is a Twitter-like messaging app to take on Twitter, which the company is pitching as Instagram's text-based conversation app. Next, on 3rd July 2023, Threads appeared on the Apple App Store. Next, on 5th July 2023, Meta's Instagram launched Threads, described as a text-based conversation app in about 100 countries, but its release in Europe has been delayed over data privacy concerns. Next, its ports can be up to 500 characters long and include links, photos, and videos up to 5 minutes in length. Next, Threads had crossed 5 million signups within the first 4 hours and 10 million signups in 7 hours. Next, the Threads app, launched by Instagram as a rival to Twitter, has signed up more than 100 million users in less than 5 days, smashing the record of AI tool ChatGPT for the fastest growing consumer app. Next, ChatGPT took 2 months to hit the 100 million user mark, and video sharing app TikTok took 9 months. Instagram itself took 2.5 years to reach that mark after its 2010 launch. Next, Mongolia has granted 2 licenses for Elon Musk's SpaceX to operate as an internet service provider via Starlink satellite. Next, the Interactive AI for Good Global Summit took place in Geneva, Switzerland on 6th and 7th July 2023, organized by the UN's Specialized Information and Communication Technology Agency, the International Telecommunications Union, ICU. Next, United Nations introduced 51 robots in the AI for Good exhibitions. Next, Nikki McRae Pension, an American point guard for the Powerhouse University of Tennessee women's basketball team, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a 3-time All-Star in WNBA and Women's Basketball Hall of Famer, died on 7th July 2023 at the age of 51. Next, on 8th July 2023, Ricky Valerie Cole has made history as the first transgender woman to win Miss Netherlands. It is the first time in the Dutch pageant's 94-year history that a trans woman has been crowned winner. Next, Edgar Rinkēvičs became the 11th president of Latvia on 8th July 2023. Next, Elon Musk announced the formation of his new AI firm, XAI, on 12th July 2023. Next, the company called XAI unveiled a website and a team of a dozen staffers. The new company will be led by Musk, according to the website, and will work closely with X, that's means Twitter, Tesla, and other companies. Next, the goal of XAI is to understand the true nature of the universe. Next, in July 2023, the United Arab Emirates (UAE) has become the first Arab country to be granted observer status of the Asia Pacific Group on Money Laundering (AGP). Next, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on 13th July 2023 approved the first over-the-counter birth control pill, paving the way for millions of women in the country US to purchase birth control without prescription. Next, North Korea tested its latest intercontinental ballistic missile ICBM Hwasong-18 on 12th July 2023. It flew for 74 minutes. Next, the Hwasong-18 is the North's first ICBM to use solid propellants, which can allow faster deployment of missile during a war. It was first flown in April 2023. Next, on 12th July 2023, a private Chinese company, Landspace, has launched the world's first methane liquid oxygen space rocket into orbit, named as Zhong-2, challenging the dominance of US companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin. Next, the Zhong carrier rocket blasted off on 12th July 2023 from the Jiaoguan Satellite Launch Center in northwest China's Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. Next, on the sidelines of the 56th ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting (AMM) held in Jakarta, Saudi Arabia has officially become the 51st country to accede to Treaty of Amity and Cooperation. The accession signing ceremony took place on 12th July 2023. Next, on 12th July 2023, Google announced release of Notebook LM, a new AI-driven notes-taking app that aims to change the way people learn and acquire insights. Next, Notebook LM, formerly known as Project Tailwind, it was first introduced during the Google I/O event in May 2023. Next, Malala Day is celebrated on 12th July annually. The theme of Malala Day 2023 was I Am Malala. Next, the head of NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, is going to stay on for another year after his contract extended again until October 2024. Next, Bastille Day is the common name given in English-speaking countries to the National Day of France, which is celebrated on 14th July each year. It is the anniversary of storming of the Bastille on 14th July 1789, a major event of French Revolution, as well as the Fête de la Fédération that celebrated the unity of the French people on 14th July 1790. Next, India launched its third lunar mission, Chandrayaan-3, on 14th July 2023. Next, if Chandrayaan-3 mission becomes successful, then India will become the fourth country to achieve a controlled landing on Moon, after the United States, the Soviet Union, and China. Next, Chandrayaan is a Sanskrit word which means moon vehicle. Next, the Chandrayaan-3 mission is designed to deploy a lander and rover near the moon's south pole around 23rd August 2023. Next, according to NASA's database on moon missions, out of 111 lunar missions conducted in the last 7 decades, 62 were successful, 41 failed, and 8 achieved partial success. Next, the 2023 Wimbledon Championships was a Grand Slam tennis tournament that took place at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club in Wimbledon, UK from 3rd to 16th July 2023. Next, the 2023 Championships was the 136th edition, the 129th staging of the Ladies Single Championship event, the 55th in the Open era, and the third Grand Slam tournament of the year. Next, Spanish player Carlos Alcaraz defeated 4 times defending Serbian champion Novak Djokovic in the final to win the gentleman's singles tennis title at the 2023 Wimbledon Championships. It was his first Wimbledon title and second major single title overall. Next, Czech player Markita Vondrousova defeated Tunisian player Ons Jabeur in the final and won the ladies singles tennis title at the 2023 Wimbledon Championships. It was her first major single title and her first title overall in 6 years. Next, Jane Mallory Brinken, a British and a French singer and actress, died in Paris on 16th July 2023 at the age of 76. Next, the Bay of Bengal initiative of multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation foreign ministers meeting held on 17th July 2023 in Thailand, Bangkok. Next, Facebook parent company Meta Platform has built an artificial intelligence system that rivals the likes of ChatGPT and Google's Bard, but it is taking a different approach, releasing it for free. Next, Meta used the acronym Llama for large language model Meta AI to describe the first version of its model. Announced in February 2023, it is now dropped the capital letter for its second version, L Llama 2. Next, on 18th July 2023, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced that the company is parenting with Microsoft to introduce the next generation of its AI large language model and making the technology known as L Llama 2 free for research and commercial use. Next, Microsoft will distribute Llama through its Azure cloud service, with Meta referring to Microsoft as its preferred partner for the release. Next, on 18 July 2023, the United Nations Security Council held its first meeting on artificial intelligence in New York, with Britain to call for an international dialogue about its impact on global peace and security. Next, in July 2023, the South China Sea witnessed the origin of Typhoon Talim, causing Hong Kong, Vietnam, and southern China to activate their disaster mitigation measures. Talim was the fourth typhoon of the year, but the first to hit China. Next, the name Talim, contributed by Philippines and is a Filipino word meaning a sharp or cutting edge of an object, for example, knife. On 19th July 2023, for the first time in more than 5 months, Ethiopia has now allowed the use of social media sites like Facebook, Telegram, TikTok, and YouTube. Next, the first British passports issued in the name of King Charles III, with the new His Majesty title rolled out in July 2023. Next, for more than 70 years, the official travel documents revived with traditional dark blue cover post-Brexit, supplied in the name of Her Majesty during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Next, the last time His Majesty appeared on a passport was in the reign of King George VI, which ended in 1952. Next, hundreds of protesters stormed the Swedish embassy in central Baghdad in the early hours of 20th July 2023, scaling its wall and setting it on fire in protest against the expected burning of the Holy Quran in Sweden. Next, on 20th July 2023, Iraq kicked out Sweden's ambassador after the desecration of the Holy Quran at Stockholm, Sweden. Next, in July 2023, US President Biden nominated Admiral Lisa Franchetti, the current Vice Chief of Naval Operations, to be the next, that is 33rd Chief of Naval Operations, the first woman who would serve in that role on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Next, as per Henley Passport Index 2023, Singapore ranked number 1 among 199 countries, as its passport provides citizens visa-free access to 192 destinations. Next, Germany, Italy, and Spain tied for second position, with each passport allowing access to 190 destinations. Syria gives access to 30 destinations. Iraq allowed travel to 29, and Afghanistan's travel documents only affords the bearer across to 29 destinations. In Nuclear Security Index 2023, Australia ranked first, Switzerland second, and Canada ranked third among 22 countries. Next, in Nuclear Security Index 2023, India ranked 20, Iran ranked 21st, and North Korea ranked 22nd, that is the least. Next, Pakistan is the winner of 4th and 5th edition of Men's Emerging Asia Cup. Next, Pakistan is the winner and India is the runner-up of ACC Men's Emerging Asia Cup 2023. Next, on 25th July 2023, Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang was removed from his designation by the Chinese government, and his predecessor Wang Yi has been reappointed to the post. Next, on July 2023, Antarctica's sea ice has been recorded low level of about 14.2 million square kilometer, lowest ever recorded, significantly below the normal extent of 16.7 million square kilometer. Next, according to Japanese government data released on 26 July 2023, the total number of Japanese nationals in the country fell by about 8 lakh to 122.42 million people in 2022, the 40th consecutive year of population decline. The BRICS Urbanization Forum that was inaugurated in New Delhi in February 2013 had its first in-person follow-up in South African city of Durban, which started on 26 July. Next, on 26 July 2023, Nation cricketer Cecil Azulrus has become the first man to take 7 wickets in a T20, achieving the feat against China in Kuala Lumpur during the opening games of T20 World Cup Asia B qualifier. Next, Chinese short video app TikTok is allowing user to create text-only posts in the latest attempt by a social media firm capitalize on the turmoil at Twitter since its buyout by Elon Musk. Next, Australia's Victoria State has withdrawn as host of 2026 Commonwealth Games because of a blowout in project costs. Next, the Australian government initially budgeted 2.6 billion Australian dollar, that's $1.8 billion, to stage the Commonwealth Games in 5 regional cities, but recent estimates put the potential cost as high as 7 billion Australian dollars, that is $4.8 billion. Next, South Korea is going to host International Defense Exhibition in October 2023. Next, the 6-day Seoul International Aerospace Defense Exhibition (ADEX) 2023 will kick off on 17th October at Seoul Air Base in Seongnam, just south of Seoul, involving 550 companies from 35 countries. It would mark the largest ever edition of the exhibition, which first launched in 1996. Next, Alexander Wong, a 26-year-old prodigy entrepreneur and college dropout, built a $7.3 billion tech empire to become the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Next, he has been hailed as a genius and compared to Elon Musk, the visionary behind SpaceX and Tesla Inc. As per UN Security Council report, the band Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) might be seeking a merger with Al-Qaeda to create an umbrella organization that shelters all militant groups operating in South Asia. Next, Afghanistan rejected UNSC report claiming Al-Qaeda presence in Afghanistan. Next, US Professor Jim Sikia, elected as chairman of the International Panel on Climate Change (IPCC), the globally authoritative UN body on climate change science. The election took place on 26 July 2023 during the 59th plenary session of the IPSC in Nairobi, Kenya. Next, Israel will build a 100 billion shekel, that's mean $27 billion, rail expansion that will connect its outlying areas to metropolitan Tel Aviv, जिसे हम Tel Aviv भी कहते हैं, in the future, could provide overland links to Saudi Arabia. Next, on 31st July 2023, Portuguese professional footballer Cristiano Ronaldo has surpassed late German striker Gerd Muller's record of 144 headers. Ronaldo, who now has 145 headers, leads the list of the most number of headers. यहाँ तक तो जुलाई 2023 की हमने आपको दे दिए हैं करंट अफेयर. इसके बाद हम आपको अगस्त के देंगे, तो आप इंतज़ार कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपने दोस्तों को भी इनवाइट कीजिए कि वो इन करंट अफेयर से मुस्तफ़ीद हो सकें, क्योंकि याद रखिएगा आइंदा जो भी एग्ज़ाम हो रहे हैं उनमें ये करंट अफेयर आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होंगे। इसके अलावा जनरल नॉलेज आपने जो तैयार करनी है, इन्हीं जो करंट अफेयर जो है ये करंट अफेयर के इश्यूज़, इसके ऊपर आप बिल्ड करें और इंफॉर्मेशन मैक्सिमम हासिल करें। फ़िलहाल के लिए इतना ही काफ़ी है। इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह हाफिज़।